Hi, friends. A very good evening to all of you and a warm welcome on Madhvi's Luxury.co. Today, we're going to be celebrating Father's Day here. So, first of all, I would like to wish all the fathers a very happy Father's Day. And to my dear father and father of my lovely children, a very happy Father's Day. We express our heartfelt gratitude to all the fathers for everything they've done and wish them a very happy and cheerful Father's Day. So, today, it's a Father's Day special with the Habib family, the three generations of the Habib family. Luxury meets the Habib family. I warmly welcome Mr. Habib, the senior Habib, and also Parvez and Aman Habib, the third generation of the Habib family. So we're really honored to have the all three of them here, the three generations. Good evening, Mr. Habib,
Good,
senior Habib.
hello, good evening.
Good
Good
evening,
evening,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you so much for the lovely welcome. Thank you.
Pleasure and honor. So good to see you here with us at the luxury.co. And I would like to start with Mr. Ahmed Habib, the senior most of the Habib family. So, Mr. Habib, I would love to know your journey and your story. It must have been really amazing, like how it became a big brand and how Habib's actually, become such a big brand, actually. So, would
I
love to
think
know from you.
definitely today it reminds me by all effort for the hairstyling and beauty, and when I can see the big family, even my grandson Aman is also involved in the business now. I think this is it gives a very good judgment of my success, or and then all success goes to my family.
Great, wonderful. And did you ever imagine that it will become the Habib will become the name in the country, as a brand?
I think definitely if I talk to you about the hair and beauty, when I started it was a very bad situation in this country now. Nobody, no female wanted to have a haircut. I think it was very difficult time for me to just go to the maximum people now to see to know okay what is the hairstyling can change the personality of a person, whether it is a male or female. And today my family has grown so well now, and I'm very happy that I have a not only my son but my grandchildren children is also there and they are involved in this profession. But I think the start was very very difficult, which was the definitely. But today now I can say the result of my hard work and my situation. I feel very happy that they have gone really very well now.
Really nice to know that. And you do feel that there is a transition, there is a change. And for that, Aman, I would like to ask you, do you feel the generation gap and what exactly of the Habib family?
Well, actually, no, I just feel that there has been no generation gap because our, mindset is in such a way that everybody, I think, even while we are traveling somewhere or the other, when I'm traveling with my grandfather as well, I tend to get tired, but he doesn't. So that
That's
sort of
great.
activeness is somewhere that is very much, we can't even match up to that.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Lovely to know this. And also, like, I would like to ask you, Mr. Habib, Ahmed Habib, the senior Habib, that did you ever think that all your children will also be taking the same profession? Is it by passion? Is it by ambition they've come, or there was no choice and you wanted to make sure that they all join your industry?
I think it is very rare what I can see today myself judge it now, because I think I'm much more friendly with my grandchildren now. So I don't see any distance between the younger generation and to myself now, because this is my third generation now. So I think
Right.
I'm very friendly with man, and we discuss every point, whether it is a hairdressing or business or cosmetic, everything we discuss as a friend.
Okay. And did you always wanted your sons and grandson to join your business, or is it just happened because they wanted to be into the industry?
I think if you ask me, then whatever I have done the styling, then it not all my son were agreed to come in this profession. But Tom, the situation was that they had to come. They studied now well, and then day by day they were more seriously involved in this profession. And the third generation, I'm very happy to see Aman. He's a totally dedicated person, and then I think he's understanding day by day the hairdressing and the cosmetic, everything like this. So I think I don't find any gap between the third generation and myself.
Great, lovely, wonderful. And Aman, we would like to know what exactly do you do in the company, because you are the youngest director of the Habib company. So,
Ji.
what is your role, and what are your plans? How do you plan to take it up with the franchisee? And do you also
Yeah.
intend to get into hair cutting as well? Because I know you're managing the
Yeah.
marketing and all. So,
Right.
ultimately, do you
Right.
also
Right.
get into hair styling?
When initially I joined, I did not really have that sort of a thing that this would go on, and then I would just work for a year and then go out to study, because I had that sort of a thing in my I had that vision that I'm just gonna get align things and then just move forward somewhere or the other. But I think this is the only future that we have, and I really enjoy my work now. I'm so dedicated towards my franchisee as well as the cosmetics that are coming up, and they're both of them are just linked towards each other. So this is something which I really feel that initially, see, we can only just tend to just work hard and then just leave it on God that everything just comes out quite well.
Great, wonderful. No, it's really very impressive to see you at such a young age. Already you're doing so much, and definitely you have a long
Thank
way to
you.
go. And you are
Thank
completely
you
in the
so much,
right
man.
hands with the family. Mr. Habib,
Absolutely. You have the best mentor here who can
yeah,
who can guide you, and even if you make any sort of mistakes, so he's there to tell you that this is something, because initially I think everybody makes mistakes, and I did. But I think we've all learned from all of that, and we've evolved in such a way that in today's time we can actually, like, sit down and compete with those people, come be a little dynamic in the trade and each and everything.
true, true, absolutely. And Mr. Ahmed Habib, I would like to ask you that how come there are all men in the family who join the business and not any women? Is there a discrimination between a man and a woman, or it just happened, by chance?
I think when the younger generation comes, they have so many new ideas also, and the same idea. But I think, first of all, they have to understand they have to work very hard. And without hard work, they cannot achieve anything in their life. So I think younger generation, first of all, they have to understand the hard-working habit and hard-working nature, so that they can achieve it now according to hard work. And after that, now when they enter in something new field, then day by day it takes a long time to understand everything like this. And I think practical part, which comes with the hard work, definitely is the main part of the business now.
And also, ma'am, not only
I
like
must say,
whatever you
there's
said
no
that.
substitute for hard work. Yeah,
Yeah,
Aman, please.
the what you said, that there are only men in the thing that is coming up. But I just want to tell you this thing, that my sister is also very actively involved in
Okay.
the education system. We have schools, and we have another school coming up around like 26 June only. It's coming up, and she'll be taking care of all the teachings that are happening. And supposedly people who are not capable and who are not that learned, we call them here, and then we give them a sort of a course of 6 months or maybe 3 months, if they're interested in making a career, and placing them in our own franchise salons. So that is something which is supposedly she's the one who's teaching everybody, and if I'm taking care of the franchisee, so it is all, she's going to give me the leads that we have these people who can be who can work for us in this location. So my sister Zoya Habib is also very actively involved in this. Yeah.
Wonderful. Very, very nice to know that. And are there any plans of the girls in the family getting into the hairstyling as well, besides into the administration and management?
No, she did her course from London itself, and she is in Southex Salon half of the time, and half of the time she's devoting herself in the education thing only. She did her course from Sassoon Academy in London.
came back here, and it was very hard to start something new, because I think they start this kind of the profession with the training part of the scientific training part. It was very hard now, but today I think my all grandchildren are, and my own children are well qualified from USA and UK, and younger generation also like this. And we have a fashion, we have a cosmetic, we have a franchise system. So all this thing is a management. My granddaughter Zoya has done the recently um, training in the hairstyling and beauty from England, and also she doing MBA also, so that she will understand the business as well as the technical part of the thing now. But tomorrow, for the growth in the family, because all my son has the two children, one daughter, one son, one daughter, one son. So I think the daughter has to get married and they will settle in their own family. But I think now three sons, they have to work very hard to get the knowledge of all the business, what they are we are doing now, because we have a franchise, we have a academies also there, we have a salon, we have a cosmetic as well. So I think all these things, younger generation has to be more qualified and more energetic and more hardworking, so that they can achieve it.
Wonderful to know that. And in future, I think we are going to see more of the women of the Habib family also joining the business equally as much as the men in the family. And Aman, I would like to ask you about your bonding with your dad and your grandfather both.
Ma'am, it's never something that I'll tell you one thing, we just all like best friends. If somebody doesn't have the, everything is just so well connected that if there is any sort of thing that we want to, like supposingly if there's something that I wish for and the other person does not agree for it, they actually do, adapt themselves in such a way so that the other person is not hurt enough. With, there's so much of respect, touchwood, that everything is so well connected, and our relationship between my father and my grandfather is very well connected, and the communication is thoroughly flowed all over. That if there's any sort of thing which I want, and if there's anything which somebody other or some other elder also wants, I think, but with all due respect, everything comes in such a way that even the end results are very good then.
Lovely. It's amazing to see this kind of a bonding in these times. God bless the family. And
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ahmed Habib, I would like to know your bonding with your sons and your grandchildren.
I think they have is younger generation has so many ideas in the mind now. But I feel, which is the one of the good thing, they have a patience. They have a habit of a hard work. So I think that is they can make a very good platform, whatever they can do it in the life now.
True, absolutely. So you do give them a free hand to experiment and explore on their own as well,
Yes,
besides giving
I
them
think
that complete
definitely
support.
will give a free hand, and suppose they are quite patient to ask us so every small point to me, how should go and how shouldn't go. Main part, except the hard work, one should be very patient to understand everything, which is a
True,
good sign for the family, for the younger generation, how good they can do it in the future.
true, true. I think you're giving some really very valuable tips to the audience and to everyone who's listening here today. And I would like to come to you, Aman, that I think Parvez is joining. Is he joining, Mr. Parvez Habib?
He would be busy with a client at the moment, but he'll be joining soon for sure.
Okay. Okay, so I
Yeah.
had another question. Like, most of them, everybody ventured on their own when it came to Habib salons. Like, Amjad had his own academy, then Javed has his own salons by his name, Javed Habib. But I've never seen
Right.
Pervez with his own brand anywhere or anything, doing something like that. So, what is it? Does he
He's
also plan?
he's he's the man at the back end, and he just wants that everything is working in a very smoother way, and he doesn't want to come up, and he doesn't want to be the face of that thing, but he really wants to work hard the entire time. He's very actively involved in the salon, and he's just taking care of the salon of like his own salon in Southex. and that's the only thing. And if he tells me that if there's anything that is causing you a lot of tension, just let it go. So he's the person on the back end, and he's the person who's motivating us basically.
Yeah, right, right, right. Yeah. So he's like a silent person, but doing so much also at the same
Right,
time.
right,
And
right, 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 right.
yeah. So
You
Mr.
know,
Ahmed, yeah, please.
yes, I want to tell you the hairstyling is the greatest art in the world which can change the whole personality of a person, whether it is a male or female. All my son, except the very good training background from the Western world, they are very creative. And nowadays, is styling called creative styling now, where you suggest client now whether your parting should be this side or that side, whether it's center or you're going back. So all these things that they are creative styling what they are doing now. Always
Okay.
busy. Except this, all my son has their own. Suppose Javed has his own uh, uh, platform. Parvez is with me. Amjad is also has its own platform. So they are all busy, but we have a three areas like a hair styling, we have a franchise area, we have a teaching
Right,
also. Because
right.
when we grow with the number of the saloon, if we cannot
Yeah.
provide the qualified people to the saloon, it will not be successful. Because now our base is only the people has to be qualified when they work. In the Western world, uh, almost half of the world, people cannot work as a hairstylist or a beautician until they are basically qualified on the cosmetology subject. So
Okay.
here they have to be qualified, so thus they are doing quite well. Thus, but there's a lot of hard work. India is a large country.
Right.
It's not a small
True.
country now. To reach from
Right.
one corner to another corner is not easy to go. So that, but
Absolutely.
I'm glad that all family, younger generation are serious, involved, hardworking. This gives me a lot of pleasure and happiness now. Because
Great.
according my age now, definitely I always think about my children. I always think for my grandchildren now. You can
All right.
understand the feeling of the grandfather, and then I feel. But I think the quality of the hard work or sincerity or patience is the sign of a good success for the future.
Great. Wonderful, wonderful tips again. And I think, yeah, you both are strength for each other. Your grandchildren and grandparents, they both kind of, reciprocate each other. And rightly said, I mean, there is a lot of patience, a lot of hard work, which they're already doing. And I think you've segregated everybody very beautifully because there is so much to do that probably, I mean, the whole of our country, the population is so much that everybody has a lot of work to do in the family, for sure. And I would like
Hmm.
to ask you, Ahmed Habib, about any of your specific incidents with any of your celebrity clients. I know you have been a hairstylist for Gayatri Devi. Uh, the, you know, any experience you would like to share with us?
I was very lucky when my start with the Mrs. Gandhi and then all the president and the prime minister, because my father was a personal head stylist of the Lord Mountbatten Pandit Nehru. So we were living in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Even when I was in the school, my father used to go there, and we were meeting them. I think they are the biggest name in this field, and I always think, except this now, after that, who came like a Abdul Kalam Sahab. He was a very good client of mine, and we had a always friendly talk like this, where we used to ask him about this. Oh, I know her.
Hmm.
So it was all the best clients. Now we have a client from the film industry, we have a client from a politician. So I think, but I feel the people who come and appreciate our creation work, they are VVIP for us now.
True, absolutely wonderful. And
Now my son,
yeah,
Parvez has come now. Hi girl,
yeah,
he's from you.
hi.
I
Oh,
know
good
you
to see
so
you.
well. It was the one. I was the one who changed your color. Do you remember?
Yes, of course I
Highlight.
do.
I was the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
So I think a lot of us here have been clients of Habib's and who must have visited at least for once in their lifetime for sure, because it's a name in the industry and it carries the lineage actually. And wonderful to know, Mr. Pervez, that you've been with
Oh, oh, oh.
all the
I'm glad
celebrities.
too. Very good, very good.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you about Parvez now to you, since you were missing in the talk, that about your influence, father's influence on you, on the hairstyling and the business altogether. Did it come out of passion, or you wanted to do something else, and this happened to you?
I think I will be giving the answer in Hindi also, ताकि
Yeah,
ज्यादा
yeah,
से ज्यादा लोगों के समझ में आए.
जरूर जरूर.
देखिए, कोई आदमी किसी को पसंद करता है और उसके लिए वो कुछ भी कर सकता है. तो जब डैडी को मैंने देखा, जैसे वो लोग कहा करते थे आए गुड़िया जाए गुड़िया, तो मैं कानों में सुना करता था. मैंने कहा ये समझ में नहीं आता, ये ओवराई की बात है. तो ओल्ड लेडी यूज्ड टू कम एंड रोलर सेट हुआ करते थे. महारानी गायत्री देवी आती थी, रोड़ा
Yeah.
मिस्त्री थी. तो लोग एक कान में कहा करते थे आए बुढ़िया जाए गुड़िया. तो मैं जब डैडी को देखता था तो लोगों को, डैडी को कई लोग डांटा करते थे कि बहुत छोटे काट देते हो, वो करते हो. तो मैं ये सोचा करता कि अगर कभी मैं हेड, वैसे सोचा नहीं था मैंने, आई एम द पर्सन हु ब्लॉकेज निकालता हूँ दिमाग के कि मुझे क्या चाहिए और क्या नहीं चाहिए. So the good hairdresser means the person who listen and decide accordingly, and the pocket running. And third thing, I was not inspired by my father only. I think जिन जिन व्यक्तियों से मैं मिला हूँ उनको अपने आप से श्रेष्ठ पाया है और उन लोगों
Oh,
से
nice.
मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा सीख पाया. तो मेरे गुरु एक नहीं, पर हाँ मैं अपने फादर जैसा तो नहीं बन सकता, पर उनकी तरह कोशिश करता हूँ.
Oh, nice. Lovely. You're actually right. We get inspired. If we want to learn something, we can get inspired from everyone. Beautifully. Very well said. And I
Thank
would
you.
also like to ask you, Parvez, about your bonding with your father and your son. We have the three generations here with us today, the grandfather, father, and the grandson, and it's Father's Day. So would love to know your bonding with your grandfather and, I mean, with your father and your son.
I'll start my grandfather, Dada. I have learned a lot of things from him, how to speak to the prime ministers, उस जमाने के डॉक्टर वीवी, डॉक्टर जाकिर हुसैन, डॉक्टर नेहरू जी थे. तो उनसे तो हुजूर सीखा था, हुजूर. And Daddy say, will you repeat the question? I have to just understand a little more. I can't hear you.
हाँ, बेसिकली आपकी बॉन्डिंग आपके फादर के साथ एंड सन के साथ, बिकॉज इट्स फादर्स डे टुडे. तो अब ये जानना चाहेंगे कि किस तरह की बॉन्डिंग आपकी है विद मिस्टर हबीब एंड योर सन.
जैसे जेम्स बॉन्ड को कोई पसंद करता है ना, ऐसे मैं अपने डैडी को पसंद करता हूँ कि हर टाइम उनकी एक लड़की बदल जाती है, पर जेम्स बॉन्ड भी बदलता रहता है. सो व्हेन आई सी हिम इन 5 डिफरेंट एक्शन ही डज, तो मैं अपने पापा को अपने जेम्स बॉन्ड की तरह देखता हूँ और जेम्स बॉन्ड का 007 ही रहता है, विच ही इज. तो मैं उनकी जैसा नहीं बन सकता. पर जब लड़कियां चेंज होती हैं, 12 कट कर रहे हैं, 14 कट कर रहे हैं, तो इंस्पायर नहीं होता. पर मैं सोचता हूँ उन जैसा ही बन जाऊं, यही बहुत है. एक बड़ा अच्छा पेपर में आज इंटरव्यू था, तो एहतराम जिसे कहते हैं वो हम अपने वालिद साहब का करते हैं. और मैं सोचता हूँ एहतराम से बड़ी कोई दौलत नहीं होती. आई थिंक सो. इससे बड़ी कोई चीज नहीं. दादा का एहतराम, डैडी का एहतराम, भाइयों का एहतराम, माँ बाप का, और फिर हम लोग समाज में आ जाते हैं. तो समाज में हर आदमी का एहतराम, हर औरत, हर लड़की और हर आदमी एक इंडिविजुअल होता है. तो उसको समझना, और जो चीजें आपने सीखी अपने विरसे में, जैसे वालिद साहब से आई, कितने गुरु होते हैं लाइफ में, मैं यानी कि गिनवा भी नहीं सकता. तो उन गुरुओं ने जो जो सिखाया वो बॉन्डिंग ही है. अगर आप किसी को पसंद करते हो जब भी तो बॉन्ड बनता है. जैसे बीवी है, गर्लफ्रेंड है, बच्चे हैं, दोस्त हैं, क्लाइंट्स हैं, तो वो बॉन्ड तो होती है. तो जेम्स बॉन्ड वाली बॉन्ड है मेरी इनके साथ. अमन जो है वो मेरे से ज्यादा अहेड है. पर मैं सोचता हूँ कि जो आदमी सुनता ज्यादा है वो ज्यादा अच्छा कर सकता है. तो कई लोग ज्यादा उबाली होते हैं, लावाली बोलते हैं उसको, एक्शन ज्यादा होता है. पर अगर आप सोच समझ के करो, जैसे डैडी करते हैं, ही नेवर टेक एक्शन, ही से रिलैक्स. एंड वो रिलैक्स करने में टाइम मिल जाता है सोचने का. कहते हैं टेक टाइम टू थिंक, दैट इज द सोर्स ऑफ माइंड. तो वो डैडी में है, पेशेंस का होना. वो एज के साथ सब में आता है. यही चीज मैं सोचता हूँ आने वाले विरसों को, जनरेशन को मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि पेशेंस रखो. डोंट जस्ट कि ये हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, हवा में बातें करना. ज्यादा लोग एक्टिंग करते हैं, इसमें एक्टिंग नहीं है. इट्स अ रियल वर्ड. इट इज लाइक ए पेंटिंग, मेकिंग अ ताज महल. It's something unique, and I'm not born with it. If you ask me, I'm not born with it. I cultivate it. I studied, I got a chance, I have seen many Vidalzo, Sassoon, Bruno, Alexander. तो उन लोगों को देख देख के ऐसा लगता है कि ये कर सकते तो हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते.
ये Bruno or Alexander, they were leading people in the word. They used to call the king of word hairdressing. They were from Paris, London. So we were very curious to know all these people, and I was very lucky to meet these people in London and the Paris also.
Right. Great. I think wonderful, wonderful values. And also, I mean, it's not like you have a deadly combination of creativity with great education. Also, it's also like, a very educated background all your children have. So it's amazing to see the kind of experiences that you have had in the past. And Aman, I would like to ask you that how do you plan to take the franchises forward now, especially looking at the scenario right now, lockdown situation and everything, which is so unpredictable at the moment. So how do you plan to take your business forward?
What I feel talking to them and just supporting them at this point of time is the hour of the need, because at this point of time when they're so shattered, they're very disappointed, and there's no sort of source of income, whereas there are so many expenses. People are very much scared of going to the salon and getting your stuff done or anything like that. So what we have actually done, that we will be helping those franchisees in order to sustain themselves, because it's like a relationship that we have, and supposingly if we don't support them at this point of time, I think this is the mere thing that we can do for them. And there are many salons that we have in Calcutta as well as in Pune and Hyderabad. We have been speaking to each and every person, and if there's any sort of help that these people want financially or any sort of support that they want from the company, we are there for them
at this time, I believe, and definitely you can also skill more and train more students online as well,
Right.
because that's going to be the thing in future for
Right.
something, at least till the things get normal. And I would like to ask you, Parvez, that how about the competition now? Like, when it started, it was the only salon which was there in the city, Delhi, which was so known and popular. But now with so much of competition and so many salons mushrooming up, so how do you plan to keep your brand intact and,
There's no competition in the world. Every individual has his own quality, own system, own name, own brand. So I don't think there's a competition. If you have a quality work, people will come to you. Whether you have a name, brand, I don't think so. So there's no competition. Like Habib Saab, Parvez, Javed, Amjad, they have a competition within in the family. So there's no competition outside. I don't think
No,
so.
let me just clear this point very well now. When we have so many saloon, franchise saloon where we talk about it, West Bengal or Delhi, other area, then when we work as a creative people. When they are working, they have always competition, and among the people, what they do it now, less price charging now, and then give a slightly more extra services to the people like this. So they have this idea. In our company, when we work, we have a quality of the work, and I think people understand the quality of the creative work when you do it now. So I think that's something very different, and that does not make any difference between the competition.
Great, wonderful. That's the edge that you keep over others, is the quality work, basically. It's at par with anybody else. I mean, nobody can match that par with you as a brand, as Habib's. And there was a question from the audience. She wanted to know how to keep your hair naturally beautiful if you don't want to use chemicals and all.
I'll give you a very simple answer in that. The way my father introduced henna, he put about 14 kind of herbs in it, and उसमें चुकंदर जैसा रंग आता है. उससे अगर आप नेचर को फॉलो करते हो, तो मुझे नहीं लगता दुनिया में कि हबीब की जो हैना है, अगर आप उससे शुरुआत करते हैं, पर उसमें एक बात याद रखिए, उसको पूरी रात लगाना चाहिए. वन पार्ट. अगर ग्रे की परसेंटेज 30 से 33% से ज्यादा है और आपकी उम्र 33 से भी ऊपर है, तो henna will be fine. And for the people who have a gray hair, it will cover the gray first. It will give it shine, body, volume, bounce, lift, and clean the dandruff. So simple henna is a wonder for the hair. Basic. Second, it should be washed very well. That what kind of hair you have, whether oily, dry, or chemical damage. These things. So these two things I remember are serum, which is for the chemical hair. Second, if it's a good shampoo which suits you, oily bal, seedhe bal, curly bal, damaged bal, keratin bal. And the third thing, which is more important, you must visit your doctor, which means your hairdresser, and say what suits me. Normal people come and have a very same idea, give me this, give me. ऐसे नहीं होता. जो शक्ल आपको दी जाती है, कैनवस दिया जाता है, जिसमें जैसे बाल होते हैं वैसे ही काटा जाता है. जैसे अगर शक्ल ठीक है तो 50% जीत गए. बाल अच्छे हैं 50%. अगर इनमें दोनों में कमी आ जाती है, उसमें साइंस का इस्तेमाल होता है, उसमें आर्टिस्ट्री का इस्तेमाल होता है, उसमें बहुत सोचना पड़ता है. बिकॉज हम लोग के पास चीजें कम होती हैं, वसीले कम है. मैं आपको कोरोना के बारे में कहना चाहूंगा. कोरोना में दुनिया में सब कुछ खत्म हो गया, पर अगर आपकी चेन चलती रहती है, आप एक आदमी को रोजी देते रहते हो, आप 10 को देते हो, ये जो रोजी चलती है, आपको अपना सर्कुलेशन पकड़ना है दोबारा. एंड वी कैन डू इट. इसमें डरने की क्या बात है. एंड बाय द टाइम यू आर एट होम, कोरोना टाइम, क्वारंटाइन चल रहा था, आप गवर्नमेंट के प्रोटोकॉल फॉलो करो एंड देन यू नॉर्मल and keep learning. Learning तो ऐसा होता है कि you keep watching anything, you watch movie with pictures, anything you watch, you get something and then you try. Work hard in one system, one angle, one place. हमेशा याद रखो, अगर एक जगह टिक के काम करोगे तो कुआं खोद सकते हो, जगह जगह खोदोगे तो मुश्किल होगा. और एजुकेशन हमेशा प्राप्त करना है. वैसे आपके पास एजुकेशन पढ़ाई में ना हो, आप बाल काटना फिर भी सीख सकते हैं. मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि आज आने वाली जनरेशन में हमको बहुत छोटे कोर्स करने पड़ेंगे. लोगों को फिजिकली यहाँ होना चाहिए और 3 घंटे रोज, ताकि जो औरतें अपने बच्चों के साथ होती हैं या जो प्रॉब्लम भी है, बड़े बुजुर्गों की सेवा करनी है, तो अगर वो 3 घंटे के हिसाब से शॉप पे आए एंड वॉच अस एंड लर्न इन 3 hours. Only Friday, Saturday, Sunday when we are the maximum busy. आई फील सोसाइटी के लिए ये करना चाहिए और इसका कोई प्राइस नहीं होता. कहते हैं ज्ञान हमें भी किसी ने दिया था, डैडी को भी किसी ने फ्री में ज्ञान दिया था. ये ज्ञान हमने सोसाइटी को वापस करना है और ये सर्कुलेशन वापस आएगी. जिन लोगों के बाल काटने की तमन्ना है, दे कम टू अस, टॉक टू अस, वी विल गाइड यू. नो मनी, नो चैरिटी, ओनली हेल्प. दैट इज द ओनली थिंग यू गिव टू द वर्ल्ड. पीपल हैव नथिंग लेफ्ट. नो फैमिली, नो मनी, no status, no health, no माँ बाप. So when people lose, what you have? Time. When you give it time, bas, you learn, you practice.
Yeah, that's very true. This pandemic has been a great equalizer for everybody.
I don't want to promote henna, I'm talking, but this is the simple thing, a simple answer. If you don't do anything, put henna, you will see. I have lost my hair about 5 months back. I had dye, I bleach, I color. You must have seen how many color I used to have. One side, my father said, why don't you come back to henna? And I'm 57. So I came with the henna. I'll tell you, people come and say, what you have done? I said, nothing, I no color, only Habib henna.
He is 57 and don't ask my age now.
I know, he's younger than me.
Yeah. No, I'm going to question to you.
I'll tell you one thing now, briefly, I will tell you one thing. He was talking about the henna.
Yeah.
Henna, in the Western world, there are the fashion color. You know, because they were introducing the fashion color, which is a different color what your original color is that now. In India, I think that color can be obtained whether it is a chemical or the henna. So I have introduced henna, which can give you all this fashion color to the people who has a more than 35% gray hair.
Great, wonderful.
Don't promote anything. No. Just go to your hairdresser, ask him what will suit you. That's all. Just ground yourself and say, this is all right. Normally people say, I'm a designer, I'm a fashion designer, I'm a doctor, lawyer. The cut is with the face, not with your profession. After 8 o'clock, I'm not Parvez Habib. I'm Parvez only. So color is only for the shop. But when you go home, you are not Habib or Parvez. You're normal. So बाल शक्ल के मुताबिक करते हैं, इसमें चॉइस होती है. बट अगर पॉसिबिलिटी है, अगर नहीं है तो उसको थोड़ा सा मॉडिफाई तो करना ही पड़ता है. और नहीं तो हमें कोई चीज प्रमोट तो करनी नहीं है, नहीं प्रमोट करनी. सिंपल बाल धो, बाल कटाओ जैसे होता है. और अगर हो सके तो एक सीनियर हेयरड्रेसर का आप एक्सपीरियंस यूज करके कहते हैं, यू कांट बाय रिंकल्स. हबीब साहब, आई हैव वी गॉट द रिंकल बिकॉज़ वी वर्क सो लॉन्ग. ही वर्क 1940 से काम कर रहे हैं, मेरे दादा 1920 से काम कर रहे हैं, मैं 84 से काम कर रहा हूँ. तो क्या होता है, जब आपको तजुर्बा होता है तो यू डोंट हैव टू स्पीक, you know your action shows. You don't have to, it should not be louder. It's very clear. So when you go to expert, don't speak, just listen. अच्छे लोग वही होते हैं क्लाइंट जो कहते हैं टेल मी व्हाट विल सूट मी. नॉर्मली पीपल कम एंड से आई वांट दैट. सो वो भी पॉसिबिलिटी है पर वो कम होता है. कम
Right.
होता है.
Yeah, you should leave it to the right people. You're in the
Right,
right,
definitely.
why use your brains when there are people who are experienced and who have more knowledge? So best is to leave it to them. And definitely, it's good to use Habib Zina because there are no chemicals in it, and you get the same kind of color or whatever that style that you want. And I would like to come to Mr. Ahmed Habib. What is the secret of your aging so beautifully? Like, you're so maintained and so energetic, as Aman just said, that I feel that my grandfather has more energy than me. So if you can share the secret with us.
I think definitely one should be very conscious about themselves also when they are talking and suggesting something new to the other people. If they are not the copy of that thing now, it doesn't give a very good impression now. I think in the age, but I feel you have to be very careful about your food, your sleep, and there are so many pressure in the life now, and you must learn how you can tackle all the difficult situation in your life now.
Obstacle.
And also, if you have a glamour nature, when you take everything very less pressure now, and with a smiling face, you always, I think, increase your age. So this is what I feel now. Secondly, one point I want to tell you, because I think when someone goes to the ordinary salon, they always dictate them. I want this, I want this, I want this. When they come, when anyone to come in our salon, they always ask, give me what the style will suit me and give me that thing now. So this is the difference between our salon and the other salon now. So
Right.
I think
They
now
blindly trust you. Yeah.
definitely life should be completely, but I think you have to learn how you can tackle the difficulties in the life now, and how you can handle the situation, because you have to keep yourself intact and the other people, because you are depending on from the whole family. So that you have to understand very well how you can maintain yourself.
I'll make it more clear. आपकी
Yeah.
बीवी अच्छी हो, बच्चे अच्छे हो, आपके वंश में हो, तो आप कभी बूढ़े नहीं होते. और कहते हैं वक्त ने चेहरे की चमक छीन ली. करुण की बात कर रहा हूँ. वक्त ने चेहरे की चमक छीन ली, वरना 2-4 बरस में तो बुढ़ापा नहीं आता. फेस की तेरी ब्यूटी ने मेरी चंचल, आपको कह रहा हूँ, फेस की तेरी ब्यूटी ने मेरी चंचल हार्ट को लूट लिया, और लव के तेरे नेट में फंस के नाइट स्लीपिंग छोड़ दिया.
Well said, beautifully expressed, I must say. And Aman, would like to know from you about your experience of your work, any experience with your clients that you would like to share with us.
See, ma'am, I'm not really into the salon business, but yeah, of course, there are a lot of people who I get in, touch with for my cosmetics as well as franchisee, because every region has different sort of people, and their mindset is all different. So I'll just tell you one thing, that it's going very thick ever since I started. And touchwood, it has been more like a blessing that I'm really enjoying the work that I'm doing, as well as the franchisee, from franchisees to the cosmetics, because talking to them, the more you talk to people, you tend to learn a lot. So I think it's been very good to me, as well as if there's guidance from my father as well as my grandfather. So then it's I think sone pe suhage wali baat jo hoti hai, that also comes up.
Absolutely.
Right.
No, definitely you're going to do great in life for sure. And you've started at the right time. And
Thank
Purvis,
you.
I would like to ask you any experience with the client, that you remember, any incident that you remember with your client.
कौन, मैं?
Yeah.
मैं एक छोटा सा किस्सा सुना देता हूँ.
Sure.
एक बार क्या हुआ, एक लेडी आई दिल्ली में, और वो कहती मेरा पति मुझे मारता है, प्यार नहीं करता, मैं मोटी हो गई हूँ, बूढ़ी हो गई हूँ. तो उसकी फ्लाइट थी कुछ 8 बजे की, एंड शी हैज टू गो क्यूटुम्बर सम प्लेस आई थिंक. तो मैंने उसको कहा कि ओके विल डू समथिंग. मैंने उसके बाल डाई किए, हाईलाइट किए, मैनिक्योर, पेडिक्योर, वैक्सीन, फेशियल करके, तो 8 बज गया और उसकी फ्लाइट निकल गई. तो मैंने कहा ऐसा करो, या तो मेरे घर चलो या किसी होटल में ठहर जाओ. उसने कहा नहीं, मैं रात को 11 बजे की फ्लाइट ले लूंगी. एंड शी वेंट बाय दैट टैक्सी व्हिच आई हैव सेंट बाय माय सेल्फ. एंड जब वो पहुंची तो 2 दिन बाद उसका फोन आया. वो कहती है माय हस्बैंड लव मी इन द सेम वे. देखिए, जो चीज दिखती है वो बिकती है. हम लोग शादी के बाद परमानेंट माँ बन जाते हैं. अपने आप को छोड़ देते हैं। हम जो किसी को हमें अब किसी चीज जरूरत नहीं है। मैं सोचता हूँ उम्र के साथ चीजें ढलने लगती हैं और उसमें ऐड करना पड़ता है ताकि आप अपने आप को सस्टेन एबिलिटी के साथ बने रखे हो जो आप हैं। कई बार हम वो लगते नहीं जो हमें, जो हमने पढ़ाई करी हमने उसको यूज नहीं किया। मैं आपको एक बहुत अच्छा इंसिडेंट बताना चाहूंगा। अब्दुल कलाम जी ये कहा करते थे मुझे कि परवेज, एक आदमी को जो वो 5वीं क्लास में होता है उसको ये डिसाइड कर लेना चाहिए कि वो क्या बनना चाहता है। हम पहले बीए करते हैं, फिर एमए करते हैं, पीएचडी करते हैं, फिर शादी करते हैं, फिर बच्चे होते हैं और काम कोई और करते हैं जो हमने पढ़ाई नहीं। तो 5वीं क्लास में अगर कोई डिसाइड कर ले कि मैंने क्या बनना है, वो पेंटर बनना चाहता है, कुछ भी। मैं अमेरिका में एक लेडी से मिला, वो बहुत अमीर थी, तो उसको क्या शौक था ईंटें बनाने का। तो मैंने कहा वो ईंटें क्यों बनाओगे, इतने अमीर होते? उसने कहा मेरे पूरे शहर के अंदर जो ईंटें लगे, ईंटें जो होती है ब्रिक जिसे बोलते हैं, बहुत अच्छी ब्रिक होती थी। तो उसका लड़की का नाम था कैरल एंड ब्रेंडा की बेटी थी वो कहती पूरे शहर में मेरे हाथ की ईंटें लगी। मेरे ख्याल से हर आदमी अगर ऐसे सोचने लगे कि मेरे हाथ की चीजें वहां जाए, और हाथ ही तो काम है। जादू जो होता है वो हाथों में होता है, कोई कैंची से थोड़ी होता है। एक साहब कह रहे थे मैं कैंची 20,000 की इस्तेमाल करता हूँ, जावेद भाईजान तो 120 रुपए की कैंची इस्तेमाल करते हैं, ये तो सुपरमैन। कैंची में जादू नहीं होता। मैं एक बार बड़ा सिंपल कहना चाहूंगा आप औरतों के लिए। औरतें जो हैं वो सिर्फ हमारे यहाँ ऐसे टिश्यू की तरह यूज किए जाती हैं। औरतों का रोल जो है वो बहुत अच्छा होता है, पर उनको वैसे लोग नहीं मिलते। तो मेरे ख्याल से एक हेड सर उनको वो बना के रखता जो वो हैं। एक आर्टिस्ट होता है जो उसको इम्प्रूव करता है, और इम्प्रूव एवरी टाइम होना चाहिए। इट कांट बी सेम। काफी लोग एक ही कटले को सारी में गुजार देते हैं। मैं सोचता हूँ हर टाइम को चेंज हो, कभी ये कभी। अब इस समय मांग भी चेंज करने से होता है। एक फारसी का एक बड़ा अच्छा वर्ड है, हम लोग जब बाल पहले काटते थे तो सारे लोग डल्लू की तरह माथे पे बाल आते थे, नहीं सबके बाल नीचे की तरफ होते थे स्कूल टाइम में। अब उल्टा हो गया, लोग इन बालों को थिनिंग कराते हैं, स्ट्रेटिंग कराते हैं, जेल लगाते हैं, ऊपर ले जाते हैं। पहले पीछे से बाल बड़े होते थे, अब आगे से छोटे होते हैं और पीछे से लंबे। अब उल्टा हो गया, अब आगे से लंबे पीछे से छोटे। चीज बदला, पहले तेल था अब तेल खत्म हो गया, अब फिर जेल है, अब जेल है, फिर वैक्स है, कलर है, हाईलाइटिंग है, स्ट्रेटिंग है, पमिंग है। अब इतनी चीज मार्केट में आ गई। यू ट्राई थिंग्स एंड नेवर एवर मैं कहते हैं जो बड़ा अच्छा वर्ड है, सीख वाको दीजिए जाको सीख सुहाए। जो आदमी आपसे सजेशन मांगे उसे दीजिए। आप अगर फ्री में किसी को सजेशन देते हैं उसकी मार्केट वैल्यू नहीं होती। तो आप कोई आता है, गिव देम सजेशन, गिव देम मेनी आइडियाज एंड मेक वेरी सिंपल वर्ड। आप कह रहे थे ना इंग्लिश में बोलना चाहिए। काफी लोग इंग्लिश बोल लेते हैं, समझ लेते हैं, पर हमारी आम जनता जो है वो हिंदी बोलने वाली होती है। तो उसकी अपनी भावनाओं को व्यक्त करने के लिए उसको अपनी मातृभाषा में बोलना चाहिए। तो इंग्लिश बोलना इज अ गुड पार्ट, पर काफी लोग उसमें एक्टिंग कर जाते हैं और एक्टिंग से हमारा अंदाजा गलत हो जाता है, काम गलत हो जाता है। सो व्हेन समबडी कमिंग टू ब्यूटी शॉप, देखो अपने आप अच्छे वेस्टर्न कपड़े पहन के आएंगे, सलवार कमीज साड़ी नहीं पहन के आएंगे, तो हमारा अंदाजा गलत हो जाता है। So the way you come, the way we take you.
राइट, बहुत अच्छा, बहुत खूबसूरत एंड बहुत अच्छा बोला। बहुत अच्छा आई थिंक इंस्पिरेशन है कि एंड इट इज अ वेरी बिग इंडस्ट्री। डेफिनेटली ब्यूटी इंडस्ट्री इज द बिगेस्ट इंडस्ट्री। ऑल वुमेन वांट टू लुक वेरी वेरी ब्यूटीफुल एंड ग्लैमरस। और एट द सेम
Everybody is beautiful. Everybody. God make every creature. The female is the most beautiful creature of the world. उसका कोई मुकाबला नहीं। भगवान ने उसको अपने हाथ से बनाया, पर उसको टच नहीं करते, उसको परेशान नहीं करते, उसको प्यार देते हैं। वो भी तुम्हें प्यार देती है। जैसे आज फादर डे है, मदर डे है,
he is sitting with the father and giving his views about the female.
हाँ, बुढ़ा
I never said anything.
मैं सोचता हूँ जिसकी बीवी अच्छी नहीं होती वो बूढ़ा जल्दी होता है। जिसकी बीवी अच्छी होती है उसके वो भी, जैसे डैडी का लव मैरिज हुई थी, मेरी भी लव मैरिज, जावेद की भी। सो वी हैव यूथफुल लाइफ। तो उसमें कारण ये तो बीवी अच्छी है। अगर बीवी कलेश वाली होती है आदमी जल्दी बूढ़ा हो जाता है।
True, very true. That's also right. Correctly said. So all the women have to watch out that वो झगड़े वाली बीवियां नहीं बने, अच्छी बीवी बने।
Once you come, then you see the word. Okay? कहते हैं पहले अपने कमरे से निकलो, फिर मोहल्ले से निकलो, फिर गली से निकलो, फिर शहर से निकलो। देखो कितना, अगर डैडी लंदन नहीं जाता, मैं अमेरिका नहीं जाता, हम कैसे सीखते?
Right.
हमारे हिंदुस्तान में तो सबसे सुंदर बाल हैं, इतने तरह के लोग हैं हमारे पास। तो और क्या चाहिए? आप लंदन में जाइए, एक ही तरह के बाल होते हैं। आप गो टू पेरिस, डिफरेंट किस्म के बाल हैं। आप हांगकांग जाइए, चाइना, एक तरह के बाल हैं। हिंदुस्तान में सारी तरह के बाल हैं। नॉर्थ से लेके साउथ जाओ, साउथ से लेके वेस्ट जाओ, कितने लोग हैं। हर तरह की शक्लें मिलती हैं, बेस्ट बात दुनिया में हमको अल्लाह ने दिया है, बेस्ट नॉलेज है, बेस्ट एजुकेशन है। दुनिया अमेरिका में कितने लोग पढ़े लिखे होते हैं, ग्रेजुएट, हमारा बच्चा ग्रेजुएट होता है, तो हमारे पास एजुकेशन है, व्हाई डोंट वी यूज इट एंड सर्व टू द पीपल हु नीड इट, नॉट एवरीवन। देखिए व्हेन यू चैरिटी उन्हीं को जाए जिनको जरूरत है, जो भूखा होता है उसे खाना दीजिए, हर एक को नहीं दीजिए। समटाइम यू वेस्ट योर टाइम एंड मनी एंड एनर्जी।
I like to tell you something in brief now, because our association with the hairstyling and beauty, where everybody wants to
I have to go. Yeah.
Everybody
Okay,
has.
Thank you. Love you all,
and
and see you sometime.
Yeah,
Thank you
sure.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Parvez.
So
So now I would
when
like to
we
come
talk
to
about the hair and beauty now, people are very curious to know about all the new ideas, about the information about every point in the hair styling and beauty. I tell you one thing, since the human being was existing in this world, they were living in jungle, they were uncivilized people, but still they were painting their bodies and cutting, they were not wearing the clothes even. So today, in those days, the people had a change at the feeling for the beauty and the look. And today, when we talk about the scientific time now, people like to know about the face structure, the hair styling, and the hair texture, how to do the shampoo. I think these are the more interesting point to discuss with us now.
Right, absolutely. Wonderful. And now I would like to come to the rapid fire round with the grandfather and the grandson. So, according to you, Aman, is it hard work or smart work?
Hard work.
Sorry?
And Mr. Habib, about your strength.
I think definitely today is a Father's Day. Everybody was with me now, but I feel now I like to have a very warm feeling for my grandchildren, for my son, and I think I love to discuss as much as possible to do this. But I'm very happy if they are doing well and they are understanding. They have one quality of the life, which is the hard work and patience now, and I'll be always happy to see them like this success, because I think this is the life for me.
Lovely, beautiful. And according to you, Aman, is it money or fame?
Aman,
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Yeah,
I think
it's to Aman, money or fame?
I think none of them, but just hard work. At the moment, I don't think there should be. I think just sustaining the name. I think.
Yeah, so money will automatically follow, and fame will
Yeah.
also.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
That's right.
Right.
That's
Right.
right.
They all just follow. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, मैं दोबारा आ गया, मुझे बहुत गर्मी
yeah,
लग रही थी,
good,
गर्म
good,
कोट
good,
पहना
good.
दिया मेरे को इन्होंने।
Yeah. So, best thing about hairstyling to Mr. Ahmed Habib.
He is the right person to speak. Right.
Yeah, best thing about your
yes,
profession. What is the best thing about your profession?
Enjoy. He played.
I think if you ask me, I'm involved in many business now. I have a franchise, I have a cosmetic like this, but I think hair styling and beauty is in my blood. When I start doing the hair styling, that in my blood, that is my real identity. Rest, I have to do it my work like a 2%, 3%. That's something very different. But I think everybody has their own natural feeling what they have inside, and they must understand the value of that part. So I feel at the moment there are several things to talk about the beauty and hair, but I think the hair and beauty is in my blood, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, I think your work is your passion, and that's what you love the most. And Parvez, I would like to ask you, like some people want to know whether you live in a joint family or a nucleus family, the Habib family.
देखिए, जब वो रहते तो मिलके रहते हैं, पर जब लड़ाई होती है फिर अलग-अलग रहते हैं।
Okay, this is a good one.
जब लड़ाई हो जाती है, अपने-अपने कमरे में चले जाते हैं, बिग हाउस, अपने-अपने कमरे, अपना टीवी, अपना एसी। पर कभी-कभार ऐसा होता है कि जैसे 26 जनवरी, 2 अक्टूबर, 15 अगस्त, हम लोग साथ होते हैं।
I think it depends on the size of the family.
15 अगस्त, 26 जनवरी, 2 अक्टूबर, 3 दिन तो हम साथ होते हैं। ईद को आधे दिन बाद काम करना पड़ता है। See, we are more in demand, and clients are transit client coming from Dubai, London, Bombay. तो हम लोगों को ट्रांजिट होना पड़ता है उन लोग के लिए।
I tell you one thing, it depends on the size of the family like this.
हिंदी में
But,
बोल दो आप, हिंदी
but
में।
nothing like a joint family. You have to understand, you have to be very balanced to understand everyone, and you have to be very patient also to understand, because one person cannot command everyone. Everybody has their own quality. When you have to listen this pie, give a respect also, and that I think that the joint family has definitely a very warm in the life
And
now.
especially in these times, everybody is realizing the importance of joint families even more, because when you are left by all yourself alone in the pandemic, people are not liking the idea of that as well. So great, wonderful,
I don't
Habib.
know. I think I feel I travel so much all over the world, but I think I was in China, I was in Western world, I was in Russia, but I think Indian society is quite warm. Now you have to
That's right.
see how balancedly you can manage yourself like this. You know, if you have a very large family, that is also not very good. If you have a small family, but I think one has to be respect for each other and listen to everyone and should be
Balance,
very
yeah.
patient to everyone. That
Yeah.
I think they can enjoy really the joint family now.
Right, great, wonderful.
And I
And to
think accept this now, the respect for the elder people. I think in our society and our culture, when we talk about the respect for the elders, the parents now, it has a really great value which we don't find in the Western world. So
that's
I
right.
think as much as you can keep it now, because you have to calculate very well the progress, your business, your family values also, and how you can respect and go together. It's quite difficult, but I think it is not as difficult if you can play the very calculative role with the family.
True. Very nice, wonderful, very well said.
let,
And
let,
to
let me
Aman,
let me explain. Till
yeah,
you have एहतराम, एहतराम means love, affection, प्यार, मोहब्बत, लगाव, जब तक है आपको यूनाइटेड रहना चाहिए. पर अगर आपके रास्ते अलग हैं, बिजनेस अलग है,
yeah,
तो क्या होता है, झगड़े बढ़ जाते हैं. झगड़े घर में ही होते हैं और बीवियां आके
right.
पतियों को ले जाती हैं. तो कसूर बच्चों के लड़कों का नहीं होता,
मैंने
बीवियों का
कुछ
होता.
नहीं बोला ये
तो
बात.
मेरे ख्याल से जैसी
Yeah.
बीवियां आती हैं, आदमी बेचारा अलग फैमिली कर लेता है, साथ नहीं रहता. पहले जब तीनों बच्चे होते थे, बीवियां नहीं होती थी, क्या मजा आता था.
मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला अभी. ये सब कुछ
Yeah.
ये लोग
So
बोल रहे हैं.
I think दूर रहो या पास रहो, प्यार होना चाहिए. That's most important. I
कोई
think
प्यार
rest
नहीं है.
of them-
कोरोना में कोई प्यार नहीं रह गया. कोरोना में आपने यही तो सीखा है कि जो अपने थे वो लौट के आए, जो लौट के नहीं आए वो अपने नहीं थे. तो ये तो तुमने
Right.
सीखा कोरोना में.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
और अब किसी के
Absolutely.
पास कुछ भी नहीं बचा, जो बचा उसी से शुरू करो. किसी की शक्ल अच्छी
At the
रहेगी.
moment, I think Hareko, you have to understand the reality of the life now, because इस वक्त ने सबको ये बात सिखा दी है कि जिंदगी के मायने क्या होते हैं और अपनी
Right.
केयर के मायने क्या होते हैं, अपनी हेल्थ के क्या मायने होते हैं. आई थिंक
बिल्कुल.
ये टाइम ऐसा है जिसने सबको सिखा दिया है करने के लिए.
Yeah.
आई थिंक वी हैव गॉन थ्रू because but I feel sorry कि some people who lost their own
That's
family
right.
members, उनका दुख हम लोग जितना भी नहीं समझ सकते उसकी गहराई को. इट वॉज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टाइम. आई फील रियली सॉरी फॉर दोज पीपल, बट आई थिंक वहाँ पर आप अपने अपनी खुशियों को बखेरिए और ये सोचिए कि विद द डिफिकल्ट टाइम हाउ यू कैन बी पेशेंट एंड यू कैन टेक ऑल द प्रॉब्लम ऑन योर शोल्डर.
Right, great, wonderful, and yes, definitely, pandemic has been a great equalizer for all of us. And now to Aman, I would like to know, if not into the Habib industry, what would you have done?
कुछ भी नहीं करता ये फिर.
मैम
ये कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता ये.
नहीं. I think I would have pursued as a chef.
पूरे पैंडेमिक
had
में इन लोगों ने सिर्फ हैंड सैनिटाइजर बनाए. हैंड सैनिटाइजर बस. ये और कुछ ही नहीं कर सकता. वो कहता कुछ
Good,
बने
good.
ना बने, शैम्पू बने
That's
ना
because
बने,
of the hour.
हैंड सैनिटाइजर.
That was not required.
So
That
that's
was
good,
not
na?
required.
That's very that is something I think we're giving to the society also. So that is something जो हम लोगों ने अच्छा ही किया है.
And Parvez,
I
would like
think
to know
that
your hobbies. Besides being a hairstylist, what are your hobbies?
अमन की,
नहीं.
अमन
Yours.
की,
आपकी.
मेरी
Yeah.
आस्किंग मी.
Yes.
मेरे को लड़कियों से बात करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. जैसे आपको बात करता हूँ, आपको छेड़ता हूँ, उनसे मजे लेता हूँ, उनको हंसाता हूँ. पता है हस्बैंड जो होते हैं ना बड़े सड़ियल होते हैं. कभी तारीफ नहीं करते, कभी बात नहीं करते। एक हेड सर के बाद जब जाती है चुलबुली होके हंसी मजाक करना, चुटकुले बोलना, कहानी,
that's
एक्टिंग।
an art. That's one of the art. Every hairstyle has to have it, because it's first time with women. You have to be
अमन की
really a glamour.
जिम्मेदारी Aman ki zimmedari, I think, quite different now because he has to deal every day with the staff and production people, the management. So he has to deal very tactfully to the people and take the work from those people, because idea the teaching people like these salon people as well as the cosmetic labor, all the labor thing, and then
Dealing.
like labor laws and I think legality and all this thing and accounting system. So I think his responsibility is different now. But I think according to time, I feel sometimes I do like to see him as a pressurized person. I always keep telling him, take very lightly. I know these are the responsibility, but if you take it, this is a pressure on my shoulder, you will not able to do it now. So try to take it very lightly, because I think today's people are very different, because they have very tough life, very competitive life. They have a very challenging life now. The word is
Right.
very different. It's not the word the way I started. The word is different. And then
Yeah, I
if
think
you
every
cannot go
generation has
according to
different
time
challenges.
and you understand the pressures in your life now, the day you feel I'm more pressurized, don't do more. But
That's very
stop it
nice.
now. Do as
Yeah.
much as you can do without pressure.
He's getting the right advice and right guidance, and I'm sure he will do really well in life. He's already doing great. So, one question
Thank you so much,
for
ma'am.
all three of you.
Absolutely,
This is a
absolutely,
very
absolutely.
interesting question. If you can define love, Mr. Habib, Ahmed Habib, Parvez, and Aman, all three of you.
Take time to think. That is the source of mind. Simple. Okay. Love you. Thank you. Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Ahmed Habib.
No, I think for us, love is something which I think is the respect for the family, and
Good.
I think that is how we can define love. Sitting down with the family, eating together, and spending time with each other. That is, I think, love for
Beautiful.
me at the moment.
Very,
Yes.
very nice. Mr. Ahmed Habib, what about you?
I tell you one thing. I always feel, because all my children has the study time in the Western world, and in Western world, normally children they always feel they are more selfish people or themselves. I always tell them now, okay, you take the respect for the elder people and then listen to them, and then each point, okay, you always understand. I think the respect in the family is very important part, and I always take younger generation. I feel very happy when they listen and they follow this thing now. I feel
Beautiful.
a lot of business, lot of money, it doesn't mean anything until you don't have a unity or you have a warmth of the family.
Right, beautiful, lovely. And a lot of comments are there by the audience, which we can see later, because I cannot see any of the comments right now. But there, Salma Sultanji is writing, Mr. Habib's journey is an example for the younger generation. No doubt about it, undoubtedly. And there are some other comments as well. So before we close, Aman, I would like to ask you the definition of luxury according to you, since the program is about madhvisluxury.co.
Ma'am, I think when it comes to any, like, if you're talking about luxury in today's time, it is more about what the other person is wearing, and if he's fitting in that sort of category, that he's wearing something which is, or he has a lifestyle which is considered luxury. So what I feel is a person should just be confident enough in whatever they're wearing, from whatever they're wearing and the way they're carrying themselves out. I think that is the only thing what I feel luxury is. And
Great.
some people actually, they tend to do it a little extra, which I simply feel is just very trendy these days, that somebody is wearing this sort of thing, that even I should be this is more like a jealousy factor when what people have. But I just feel whatever makes you feel a little confident, and if you can carry out yourself well, that is luxury for you.
Well said, well said. And Mr. Ahmed Habib, the last question goes to you. And advice you would like to give to the youngsters who want to continue, styling as a profession or who want to learn styling?
I tell you, India is a very vast country. There's a lot of population there. वहाँ पर. I think they need lot of trained people to fulfill the demand of the people. I feel, yes, I'm slightly concerned. The member of my family, my grandchildren now, we have a lot of responsibility in the hair and beauty. But at the moment, I have less people to do it now, and thus I'm going to as a franchise and train those people very well now. They must understand the value of the hair styling and your total look of a person. So when I teach people, I always teach all the certain point for the life as I'm talking to you like this. So I think definitely uh, my size of my family and my responsibility and my platform is such. Definitely, I need more people in
Okay.
my life too. Yeah.
Right, right, right. Great, wonderful. And 1 plus 1 is always 11, and you have three, four, four, five of them in the family itself. So I'm sure it's a big, big strength for you, and it's going to really expand much more bigger than what it is already. My best wishes to the Habib
Thank
bunch.
you.
Do great,
Thank
Thank
you
you
and
very
so
much.
much,
happy,
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much
all
indeed.
of
Yes.
you. Yeah,
Thank you.
happy Father's
Thank
Day.
you so
Thank
much,
you.
ma'am.
It's such an
Thank you.
honor
Wishing
hosting
you the
you.
same, ma'am.
Habib Ahmed, it's been a real honor hosting you. Thank you so
Thank you very
much.
much
Thank you
indeed.
so
Yes.
much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. For all those who missed the show, can watch it on my YouTube. For any queries related to real estate, art, hospitality, weddings, fashion designers, beauty designers, health, wellness, and beauty, you can get in touch with madhvisluxury.co. Have a wonderful evening. Happy Father's Day. Have a great evening. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.